Your strongest muscle and worst enemy is your mind. Train it well. Apparent confusion is a product of good order, apparent cowardice of courage, apparent weakness of strength. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. There is no doubt fiction makes a better job of the truth. You not only are hunted by others, you unknowingly hunt yourself. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Watching my back is the perfect opportunity to stick a knife in it. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. You never know who you're inspiring or uninspiring. People notice more than you think. Growth and advancement happen outside the comfort zone. Despite the heart-numbing frost, my soul is blooming like spring. We reveal most about ourselves when we speak about others. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. There is nothing more important than your eternal salvation. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. All wars are won or lost before they are ever fought. Time bows to authentic commitment, and it stretches to accommodate it. Death is unstoppable. One must face it as a fact of life. The serpent, if it wants to become the dragon, must eat itself. Done is better than perfect. If you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. You cannot open a book without learning something. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. Sing your life. Any fool can think of words that rhyme. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. To subdue an enemy without fighting is the greatest of skills. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I am not sure about the universe. You can't always be right, but you can be wrong a lot less. From a certain point onward, there's no longer any turning back. If truth is not acceptable, it becomes the imagination of others. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. Instinct is a makeshift, an admission of helplessness before the problem of reality. Do not fear the thorns in your path, for they draw only corrupt blood. Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it. Gratitude creates hope, and hope activates the law of attraction. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. Here, in this quiet place we own, worlds are born. Run the voodoo down. Leaders are limited by their vision rather than by their abilities. We are willing to believe anything other than the truth. When envoys are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. Just remain in the center, watching, and then forget that you are there. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. I think it was the institution. I was trying to master it. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon or star. For we can only know that we know nothing, and a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. All men who have achieved great things have been great dreamers. Flow with whatever may happen, and let your mind be free. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. You are never alone. You are eternally connected with everyone. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. Never give up. Things that you keep dreaming about will happen one day. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Sound intelligence promises victory in every battle. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. Because people don't have wings, we look for ways to fly. Keep their friends close and their enemies closer. Having nothing to struggle against, they have nothing to struggle for. The moon does not simply disappear when we are not looking at it. Concentrate your energy and hoard your strength. If you are untrustworthy, people will not trust you. Next to trying and winning, the best thing is trying and failing. The truth does not change according to our ability to stomach it. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Honest is how I want to look. The truth doesn't glitter and shine. As for methods of prayer, all are good as long as they are sincere. No one else has ever opened doors for me. I opened them myself. I cannot trust a man to control others who cannot control himself. Every man reaches his destination if he just keeps walking. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. Vote for the man who promises least. He'll be the least disappointing. If freedom is short of weapons, we must compensate with willpower. Do no harm and leave the world a better place than you found it. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. The skillful employer of men will employ the wise man, the brave man, the covetous man, and the stupid man. If the path before you is clear, you're probably on someone else's. Don't react. Cut them off silently. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. I'm going to try speaking some reckless words, and I want you to try to listen recklessly. Don't worry about the negative people may say about you. Learn from it and move on. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. If you derive joy in destroying others, you won't go far in life. Face your life, its pain, its pleasure. Leave no path untaken. The storm is what they threw at me. The hurricane is what I became. And if my heart be scarred and burned, the safer I for all I learned. Once you stop learning, you start dying. A kingdom that has once been destroyed can never come again into being, nor can the dead ever be brought back to life. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it.